achievements. Leading tackler in Centerville football history. Leading tackler in Green Bay Packers history. Still afraid of Larry Knopfsinger. And the crowning achievement, the third member of the Island Boys, A.J. Hawk.
He's A.J. Hawk joining us now. Final segment of the program. Final segment of the week for us. We love closing out with some A.J. A.J., we got our first review in on Happy Gilmore 2, that it is a solid watch, a good sequel. When are you going to plan to watch it, and what are your expectations?
Oh, man, my expectations are high. I mean, but making a sequel for a movie like Happy Gilmore, it's a big task. But honestly, I think it's going to be good. I'm going to watch it probably here pretty soon with my kids. They're all excited about it, but yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to temper my expectations because I expect it to be awesome. I want it to be awesome, but I also know how difficult that might be. But I trust Adam Sandler. The guy's awesome, so I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a solid to good movie. I'm expecting pretty good things.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Age. Just trying to keep in that wheelhouse of probably. If you can give me a solid B, I'll be happy with it. My kids are super juice, like Caleb loves. He just calls him, what is he, Water Boy or whatever. Like he has like he calls like Bobby Boucher. Like he literally calls Farley and Sandler by like his favorite movie names. Like their characters, just who they are to him. Like Tommy Boy and Water Boy, I think, are the two guys. So when I was telling him he was coming out, he was super pumped to watch it. Are your boys, will they be as excited to watch it as you? Are they into the Sandler flicks?
Oh, yeah, they are. I mean, so that's the thing. I may have talked about it on here, any Chris Farley movie, those hold up for this young generation. My kids still love it, and they laugh out loud. And it's pretty much all the Adam Sandler stuff holds up, all the old school Adam Sandler for them. So my kids have been talking about it for months, for real. These ads have been popping up, and the trailers for Happy Gilmore 2, they've been asking me when it comes out forever. So, yeah, we'll probably get to it here the next day or two, I'm guessing.
A.J. Von Miller had his first press conference since joining the Commanders, and he said, "Let me rush. That's what I do. I can still roll out of bed at 36 years old with my shoes on and rush the passer. I can do that right when I wake up fresh out of sleep. I love rushing the passer." When was the last time you felt like you could roll out of bed and rush the passer?
That's a great question. I don't know if I ever did, but maybe in college you felt that way a few times. But I mean, I kind of feel I understand what Vaughn's saying a little bit, because it's true. He's probably, Vaughn's 36. He's probably out there and he sees these young guys come in with their team of stretch gurus and managers and different people, and have people work on every single part of your body. Like Vaughn's an old school guy that. It's a thing. Especially I remember when I first got in the league, you'd hear the old saying, you ain't never seen Secretariat stretch. I know Bobby's probably heard that too. These guys, if you're a professional, they expect you could go, you get 2 or 3 sacks at any time. You could go run a 40 at any time. So in my brain, sometimes I feel that way, but physically it doesn't always work out that way. I don't, might tear an Achilles on something like that, but I feel pretty good though. I feel all right. Not as good as Vaughn does.
So, this is the final weekend for the Ohio State players before they'll be reporting to training camp mid next week. What was that final weekend like for you before you would report, whether it was college or the NFL? And you're basically white flagging summer. It's over. The best time. If you live in the North, it's terrific. But knowing you don't really get a break or any reprieve until about Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird time of the year when you're only a few days out from going to camp, because it's true, whether you're a player or a coach. I mean, coaches too, I'm sure they feel it as well, because they absolutely are in their 18, 20 hours a day pretty much from here on out. But yeah, it's you want to try to enjoy something this last weekend. You want to do something fun, but it can't be too much fun. You can't enjoy yourself too much, because right on the other side you got camp coming up. You probably have a conditioning test coming and all of that stuff, all the great things that is the season. But it's that first week of camp, I think, whether in college, even high school, college, or the NFL, it's just that's what everyone's so anxious for, because you're not really sure exactly how it's going to be or how it's going to go. But luckily, once you get in the first 5-6 days of camp, I think your body kind of gets conditioned and your brain gets conditioned to that schedule, and you're used to it, and you're like, oh yeah, this is just what I do. But it's like the anticipation of it and the thinking of it is what is the worst part.
Somebody in the chat wanted me to ask you, AJ, about if you've ever met or have any kind of stories about Hulk Hogan, the wrestler who passed away yesterday at age 71.
Yeah, I never got to meet the Hulkster, to be honest with you. He actually came on the show with Pat maybe 3-6 months ago, and Hulk was in studio, and I was not on at the time, but I watched it, and the boys all loved him, took pictures with him and everything. He was selling his beer, the real American beer that he's been pumping around for a little while now. But yeah, sad day, man. It seems like people are dropping left and right, and unfortunately, imagine Hulk. He's had his back and neck fused like 10 different times. Had so many surgeries. The guy had to be in so much pain physically. But yeah, it was a sad day. He's only 71. That's not even, that's not old at all right now.
How long do you think I'll live, AJ?
I think you'll live to probably 135.
I got scolded.
So almost twice Hulk. Okay.
Yeah.
I got scolded by Bobby earlier for saying he was taking a fitness test, and he told me there's a huge difference between a fitness test and a conditioning test. Is there that big of a difference between the two, AJ?
Yeah, when you say fitness test, it makes me think of you're like at a hospital strapped up with a bunch of wires on your chest and mask, and you're doing to check if your heart can handle anything. Like conditioning test is Bobby's still a professional athlete. But yeah, fitness test seems like that's what 95-year-olds do to make sure they can get up and down the ramp outside their house.
Up and down there. Well, it's the same. It's kind of in the same breath. When was the last time you worked out versus when was the last time you exercised?
I don't think I've ever exercised, actually. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but yeah, exercise, that is, I don't know. Maybe it's just a generational thing. Maybe I don't know. I'm trying to think if my dad even tells me, well, I'm going to go get some exercise in, or I'm going to go exercise. I don't know. I don't know if I've said that before, but I've never said it. I've always been a bit sarcastic. Well, I've been exercising lately.
Do you go to, does your mom, is Jude still teaching those jazzercise classes? Are we hopping into those at all?
Well, Judy Hawk, I think her last step aerobics that she used to teach over at Vic Tanny, it was called, in Dayton, probably 1988, maybe. I don't know if she got past that. She had some back surgery that slowed her down a little bit in her teaching career there when she was instructing. But no, yeah, exercising is great. I might start using that now. I haven't thought about that in a while, but I'm going to say, all right, kids, Dad's going to go exercise. I'll see you guys in an hour. I might start doing that.
That's what we do here on the Juice. We motivate people.
Well, do you have any plans set up, AJ, for the FAC this afternoon?
Oh, I do not really. It's kind of a fluid thing, especially with Chopper. No one ever knows where Chopper, my father-in-law, is. So we just hope to see the big white truck come rambling over the hill, and he kind of picks the spot. If he shows up at our house, then here, boom, people just show up at our house, and Friday afternoon club is going here. If not, maybe my sister-in-law is next to me, maybe his son's, Brady's not too far. So we'll see. It's a very fluid situation, Bob. He might show up at your house if you're around.
Gosh, it'd be great. Be super sweet. I would be honored to have the legendary Chopper show up. We got any big plans for this weekend? Like I said, it's the last one. Football is kicking off. Before you know it, you'll be traveling around, gallivanting around with Pat. I know you probably got any sports tournaments, some basketball. What do we have on the slate this weekend?
Yeah, it's going to be somewhat of a slow weekend compared to what we have had, just because we just got done with little kids football evaluations. I'm coaching that. But yeah, middle school. I got a couple middle schoolers now and almost a high schooler, so they're into school ball. So they're having real full go football and basketball type workouts with their teams. But I don't know what's going to happen this weekend. I don't know exactly what we're doing. We're not traveling. I will be here in town. I'm pumped for that. But yeah, I get to see. So we had a couple friends that came in from out of town. We're going to see them, I know. But I don't know, Bob. This is good because you kind of remind me or get me thinking about what we are doing this weekend, because I'm just a lot of times I'm just in the moment, just here and okay, what's next? What are we doing? So it's going to be fun though. Either way, this is a great time of year because it's true. Yeah, football is starting, but even though there's not a game like really soon, like it is an optimistic time because we know football is right around the corner, and it's going to be an awesome 6 months or so. We get to watch some great football in high school, college, NFL, every level.
A week from today, AJ, Bobby's going to do his fitness/conditioning test out at Ohio State after we out there for the practice. Any tips for him to get ready for that?
No, I mean, he's crazy in a great way. It's an awesome thing. I'm glad Bob does it. But just the fact that he can still do it is mind blowing. But it shows you your mind's a very powerful thing. Bob tells himself, and I think he thrives on that energy of people thinking he can't get it done. So I respect it. I get it. I understand it. I would never run it with him, but I'd stand there and watch maybe time him. But are you going to live stream it? Someone should be streaming this thing. We should be able to watch everywhere.
I was thinking about this, AJ, for content. Maybe I'll run alongside him. And we'll do that live.
Gosh.
Why not? Maybe a golf cart next to him.
Something like that. Yes. I mean, yeah, I'd probably.
This is Joe Burrow.
I might need that. I'm just saying that if we did that, Bobby, we want to create content. That might be good content.
Well, I've got Schlegs, AJ. He's going to be running the clock for me, so he'll be there, calling out the times and hyping me up. And I'm debating. Last year, I ran it with one AirPod in, so I could hear some music. And then I could also hear Beam call at the times. I was trying to debate. Schlegs wants to play The Last of the Mohicans over and over again, just on a Bluetooth speaker, just right there at the end of my. And if that's what he wants to do, if it gets him hype, I said I'm good with that.
I'm all in. I play The Last of the Mohicans soundtrack all the time in my car with my kids. I love that. So yeah, what a beautiful soundtrack. I think that's the one, Bob.
Actually, it's Monday night. We watched it down at the Ohio River, and I got a TV finally. I've had a TV for a while, but I'm ready to go. We got a stand to put it on and a little sound bar, wheeled it outside, and we had a fire going beside us, the river's running behind us, and watched Last of the Mohicans outside, which was awesome. Watching Daniel Day-Lewis sprint through the woods just to, kill the Huron and everybody else. It was amazing.
Oh. That's America right there. I remember going to see The Last of the Mohicans. It might have been the first movie I ever saw in a theater with my dad and my brothers when I was super young, and it definitely still had an impact. I still watch it whenever it's on now. So yeah, what an awesome movie for any of the young kids out there that don't even know what we're talking about. It's a good one.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never seen the movie.
Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame.
I've missed a couple of movies, AJ. It's been well documented. There's
I
a few
get it. This is one of them, though. I think that you'd probably be like, okay, I get it. I understand what the hype is all about.
I'm at a point now, though. Bobby's giving me so many I've got to watch that, honestly, what I need to have happen is some kind of serious health issue that lays me up in bed for 3 months, and then I'll have a chance to just do this. So
3 months. I mean, if you're in bed for
Bobby blast your legs with a baseball bat or something, then he'll all of a sudden you're going to have to watch those movies he wants you to watch.
It might be 3 months, Bob. I try to run with you on Friday next week. It might be a 3 month thing.
If you could make, because AJ, the time running is 17, I don't know if you could make it across the field in 17 seconds, let alone go over and back in 17.
Over and back in 17 seconds? How long is the field?
53 yards wide. Yeah.
17 seconds. That might be tough. I could probably do 40 of it in 17 seconds. How about 53?
Get a scooter. Get a scooter and run right and be right next to him on that.
I need those shoes that have wheels on them on the back or something. You see kids wear
it's
sometimes.
On field turf. That is not the kids. Listen to you, the kids' way. You're remarkable.
Do they make them a size 14? Because that's what I need. Do they have 14 wheelie shoes? I could use that.
You don't wear 14s.
Yes, I do.
Get out of here.
I do. I wear 14s, Bob.
No, you don't.
Bobby.
AJ wears 11 and a half.
Oh, 12. I wear 12s now, Bob. My feet are giants now compared to what I used to wear 10 and a half when I was young. When I was 25 and got bone spurs in the back of my feet because I wore them too small. But, Bob, next time you get in the studio, you guys should measure each other's feet on air.
I'm going to show Bodie now.
I will have to.
What's the U.S. size say on that shoe?
The U.S. size. Is there another?
It says 14.
Yeah. It's a 14. Well, yeah, because in Euro, I'm a 49.
Make sure his toes at the end, though. Let's check his toe. Make sure he's not like that middle school kid where the dad says, hey, you see my son Billy wears size 22 shoes, and his foot's not even halfway into the shoe.
Brandon in the chat, look, I'm telling you, size 14. I've always had big feet. I've always had really big feet.
I believe it. I believe you.
Thank you, AJ. And now Bodie saw the proof. I'll send a picture of this to Bobby, or I'll just show him maybe next week when I see him. But AJ, we appreciate the time. Thank you so much, buddy. Have a great weekend.
All right, thanks, guys. I'll talk to you.